We did it. The whole island is gone, and this will come and play later on in the episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Truly Bedrock Season 2. This is Episode 8. And as you can see from my attire here, we're not wearing the same armor we were when we ended the last episode. Now, yeah, some things happened. First thing that happened was I was wrong about how much Nether War with a fortune pickaxe or a fortune tool that this would actually yield. I said something like 6 shulker boxes. I was way off. This whole thing produces just under 2 shulker boxes worth of nether wart, and I do have a little bit of spare in here. So anyway, I gathered up this nether wart, I put it in a couple of shulkers, and I decided to head back to the nether hub tunnel and drop it off to Liara for that build. And instead of going over there to my tunnel, down and back across the easy and safe way, I decided to take a flight. Jumped out of here, flew off in that direction, and about 200 blocks that way, I ran into a basalt delta and couldn't find my way around it. So I kind of landed, and I was going to start mining my way through, and I ran into a magma cube. Drank a fire resist potion because they knocked me into lava, and then it trapped me in the lava, and I had 2 or 3 of them around me, and essentially we died. Yep. And Foxy hadn't updated the server yet to the 116.1 because the server is so busy, which is great. Except we lost all of our stuff. But it's not a big deal. It really isn't. But I did lose all of my netherite stuff. Well, actually, I lost my helmet, I lost the pants, I lost the boots, and I lost my, not Smite 5, Sharpness 5 sword. Everything else I was able to get back thanks to Jesse B, who went over there and grabbed up what we dropped. We had the shulker boxes of ward on us. Those survived. Our bows survived. Our wings survived. And all kinds of things. So we also lost our fortune pickaxe in the run. But the silky, it made it through. Now, another problem that I have is food. So we did lose the food that we had on us when we died over there. I have some cooked chicken here, and I have a few other bits inside of my ender chest, such as cooked rabbit, and I had some steak. I think I went through it all. Actually, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, so food is a major issue for me. I could go to the shopping district and buy chicken, which is where I got this, but we are a little low on funds at the moment. So I know we did that job for Jesse and we got a bunch of diamonds and we had almost a stack, but I bought all of this blackstone from Foxy and Slack, and so our diamond supplies has diminished severely. So what I really want to do today is work on this right here. Now, this was a big island that kind of went up to about here. We mined all of this down. And actually, before I talk about that, I want to give a big thanks to Liara, who said I could steal some of these pickaxes that they were using to bore out the nether tunnel and use them for my build over here, at least to help along with the digging process. So I use these guys up. I am going to take them to the blaze farm and get them repaired up. And then Liara said I could keep one for all of the nether wart that I've been providing. So I'm going to keep this Fortune 3 pickaxe right here. And then we will return these. And I think I had one more and it either got lost or it broke maybe? I don't know. So we'll consider that one we took and we'll just be out of pickaxe. Now, when we were digging this guy out, we were standing over, there was a part of this island that went up over the lava right about here, and I was standing kind of just digging the shelf of that off and working my way back. I did not have my headset on, and I was just mining away. Now, I was down like this mining and walking back and forth, and next thing I know, in the lava I went. So a Hoglin had come up behind me and popped me off into the lava. Obviously, I died because I didn't have my potion on my hotbar. It was sitting in my inventory, similar to this right here. And the netherite stuff survived because of the hotfix update. And yeah, we went and retrieved all of that stuff. I did go ahead and make a pair of boots here with the last piece of netherite I had. These were a spare pair that I tried to make into soul speed boots that didn't work out. And yeah, so we've got these. At some point, we will be making new armor. Now we are wearing the gold so we don't get attacked by the piglins. So the next step to my project over here is I need to basically make this little island spawn proof. And off camera, we'll kind of, well, I guess I could just glide over here. Off camera, we've begun work on spawn proofing this little thing right here. I'm placing down buttons. We haven't had any gas spawn. They tend to spawn up here now. So we're just going to keep doing this. There's one that spawned over there. And we're just going to work it to where we don't have to worry about any of this stuff. And can I fly? No. This is another reason that we keep dying. Because flight is difficult, I guess. When I died this last go-around, I had my elytra on me instead of a piece of armor, which is why you see this in my inventory. And I lost that, so I went and bought another one. It only has unbreaking on it. We will need to get mending on it at some point, but we have other projects to do first. So in here, I have a few things. And I think because I have a decent amount of nether bricks and we can turn this into nether bricks as well, we're just going to nether brick slab up the area. And there we go. We'll just craft all of these into slabs. And we have one left. No big deal. We'll throw it in here. And yeah, let's get to slabbing up this area. Island slabbed up. That is done. I was going to make this out of magma blocks and just have the whole island magma blocks. I didn't want to just delete all the blocks and have the lava running in. But I don't have enough magma blocks. So I went with the slab idea instead. Now, what we're going to do here is we are going to utilize the new feature that we can get pork chops in the nether. Now, the pork chops themselves, not new, but getting them from Hoglin's, new. So we have this warped biome that kind of wraps around right here and then goes to there. And then it's a crimson biome. Another reason I chose this location because it's kind of in between two of the new biomes. So this little island right here is going to turn into a Hoglin farm. So we're going to build a couple of platforms on this thing, and then we're going to put some of the crimson fungus, and these guys will run away from the mushrooms. They'll go into a central location, and from there, I will put them into some kind of chamber and burn them up and get some cooked up pork chops. This way, food is not an issue. Now, this should be close enough to the castle in which these will spawn, which is why I chose this location. We will have to spawn proof some of this area and probably some of that up there. Definitely some of this over here and these shelves here. But as we stand over here, these guys spawn. And if we stand over there, they spawn quite significantly. So we need to build some platforms. We need to collect ourselves some of the fungus. And I have a bunch of nether wart block. We may go with the crimson nylium just to keep it with the, with the biome that it is in. So now it is time to go collect some fungus. We'll go over here and up over there, get those, and then we're going to build some platform. Jumped over into a creative world to do just a tad testing as far as these guys and how they spawn and things, making sure that I was correct with the warped fungus, and we are. So we've got the things that we need to build a platform. We've got a few planks here that we're going to make some buttons, and I have an interesting way in which I want to kill these guys. So what I'm going to do is figure about center of this island. We're going to build up a little bit, probably about 9 or so blocks, and then we're going to build a 15 by 5 platform or 15 by 6 platform, and on the back end we're going to place in the mushrooms. So I need to tier this up just a little bit, and maybe 3 layers I think would be good. So hopefully I have everything I need. I should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we've got plenty. And we'll go ahead and put this and this away. We'll grab 1 extra stack. I am kind of gathering some things that I need here, like so. And we're trying to clean this chest out. We're going to need some chests. We're going to need some hoppers. And we're going to need some hopper mine carts. Yep. So let me craft up a bunch of things and then build a couple platforms. So this is essentially going to be the kill chamber here. And about centered up in the island, no big deal. But what I want to do is place down a little bit of rails. And then we're going to shove a minecart hopper in there. And of course I can't just auto click. And we're going to do like that, okay? We're going to go ahead and break these like this. Grab some glass, place that there. And then we will do the middle one here. I said we'll do the middle one here. We'll go pick that up in a minute. Like so. Nope. I was about to break the glass, but we don't want to do that. So that is this side. We can pretty much get rid of all of that. Give me that. Recraft that up, and now we can go do the other side. And there we go. Oh, come on. So lately, being in the nether, something I love dearly and used to not be a big hassle. And with the new update, I'll tell you, this place is by far a lot scarier than it used to be and a lot more dangerous. There we go. Get rid of that there. And these rails, we'll say hello to Beardstone in just one moment. And of course, I did the same thing I did before, knocking it off backwards and grab all of this, go back up. No, we can't because we put the glass there. And bam. So this is essentially our kill chamber taken care of. Now what I want is I want these guys to die, obviously. And then we want to collect their bits, but I want to collect them cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light this netherrack on fire. And then the items, or the hoglins will fall down, they'll catch fire, they'll sit in here and kind of bounce around. And then once they're dead, these hopper minecarts will suck up the items before they have a chance to burn. And I did some testing in a creative world, and we still have a little bit of loss, but that's to be expected with this kind of setup. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our glass. Hopefully we have enough. I probably should grab that shulker box. We're going to go up about 7 blocks and then start our first actual platform. I think I've said in the last like 3 clips that we're going to build platforms. And we will. But this is essentially where the hoglins are going to get scared down to. And then we have the warped fungus here. They're going to get scared and go down this chute. Now, they're not going to want to drop down here, obviously. I wouldn't want to drop down this chute anyway. But if we grab ourselves like 6 buttons, what we can do is we can trick them. And to trick them, we'll place buttons here. We'll place one here, and then one here and one here. So now they'll think that they can walk over to that side, or if they're over there, they can walk over to this side, and instead they will fall to their death. Now, this is going to be a 2-block gap, so they can't get back up to the platforms, and I hate the nether. It's so scary. I don't have a way to kill these ghasts either, so where is he? He's up there. Oh boy. We're just going to have to kind of jet on out of here for a little bit. Fly away, let him despawn, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, quick little runaway. And now we can place this down. So we're going to have Nylium going all the way across here, and it needs to stop right here. I think I messed up on this side. No, I did not. I just didn't put the glass in. There we go. And we will have it all the way across this side as well. Now what I'm going to do is build these back. Let's see, we're at 1 block here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to put the crimson fungus right here. And that guy is right there. New ghast, new problems. We will make a bow at some point, maybe even a trident, just to get these guys gone. And connect that like so. So I'm using the glass because I want to see these guys fall. Want to see the farm kind of operate. I think it'll look cool. Didn't want it all blocked up. And I don't have any more on me. I did also grab some nether wart block just to cover the fungus here. I noticed in creative that the hoglins could actually go underneath this. And when I replaced it with a solid block, they kind of stopped pathfinding, at least to this location. So we are going to bring the glass up like so. Too high here. And then we'll just carry that up like that. Back here, we'll have our... Yeah, I see you, dude. Our fungus. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Let's fly away. We are going to need to go back to the shopping district. Hey, there's the basalt delta I pretty much died in. And get some more rockets. Oh yeah, he made a mess. He made a mess. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? And bam. Okay. Bring the glass up like so. Now we have a nice little protected area in which the hoglins can spawn. Now, one thing I neglected to get, one thing I forgot, is we are going to need trapdoors right here, all the way across this. Trapdoors on that side and then all the way up. We are going to have another layer. Did I take that glass all the way? I did not. Take that up like that. We are going to have another layer of vanillium right here. So this isn't going to be too hard for us to build. Got it. Place all of this stuff in like this. This is our next layer. And then we'll have the trapdoors underneath here so that we don't have piglins and zombified piglins spawning in our area. We don't want that. No, sir. I thought it could be cool. We potentially, if we could put in like the soulfire torches on this end and get the piglins to go that way, and then we could have a separate kill chamber. But yeah, nothing really. It took away from the spawns of this. So now you have seen the platforms. Not like you haven't seen this before. We are going to get some trapdoors and finish up the farm, I guess? I don't know. I don't want to say too much because I keep saying we're going to build platforms and we haven't yet. Hello? Did he just spawn, like, right there? Maybe. All right, first things first, I want to apologize for the last couple of clips. We've been kind of all over the place, and a lot of that stems from the fact that I'm so excited to be building in the nether, and those ghasts can see me. Hello. And let's just kind of, yeah, we're just going to do that. So he can't really see me now. Anyway, this new nether, coupled with the despawning and spawning mechanisms, it makes this place 10 times scarier and 10 times more deadly than it used to be. So we've died a few times. Yeah. That's not a big deal. I did get out the trusty trident so I could kill these guys, and they're spawning right on this little shelf here behind these fungus, so we are going to have to take care of that at some point. But one thing I neglected to say in the last clip was we need buttons on all of these layers so that these hoglins, when they spawn here, they think that they can walk over to this side to get away from the fungus, and they will just fall down to this lower section here. Now, we need to get this farm up and running because, as you can see, we're on baked potatoes right now. Our food situation is dire for sure. So these two sections here, technically, piglins could spawn in. I'm not too worried about it. I think what I might do to avoid, and I don't know if it'll work, is putting fence gates in here and open them up. This way these guys can still come in here and still walk off, but nothing will spawn in this area. I don't know if that'll work. It's worth a shot, though. So the final thing that we really need to do and to get this farm up and running is get our killing mechanism. Now, we're just going to place in fire like so. I could probably get away with just the flames in the middle, but it is what it is. We're going to put them all the way in here, and we're still going to have a little bit of loss, but nothing major. And let's see, I need to be, I think somewhere right in here, I should be fine, and this farm should run. Now, the really, really cool thing about this farm is it should only produce cooked pork chops and leather. We should have no other items that come in this farm. And it is close enough to the base right there where this thing should run when we're over there. So as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and go over with a dangerous ender pearl throw. Oh yeah, we got it. Sweet. Something to note, I was growing spruce trees here to get spruce wood so we could make all the trap doors to put on the layers in the farm. And I found out that you cannot grow a 2x2 spruce tree in the nether. I used about a stack and a half of bone meal and it would not grow. So we grew some single trees and that wasn't fast enough. So we ran back to Chunktown and I grew some that way. So hopefully this thing will start running. Stuff will spawn in there and die. We need food. Eventually, we're going to build up this wall up to 10 or so blocks above. We said that in the last episode. And I think what I'm going to do is come out of this section right here and head that way, kind of angled to the farm. So we need to move our collection system up at some point. But this is looking pretty cool. Now, if it actually functions, that is the next thing. So I think I'm going to do some math and try to build me an AFK platform where I can just kind of chill about the same level as this. This way I can see it. Yeah, let's do that. So it's been a little while since we've been on the server, and we had some issues with our farm and nothing spawning in, but as you can see, things are working as intended. We learned quite a bit about this farm, and we're going to go over what we learned, hopefully rather quickly. We have had some recording issues. I could not get OBS to work, so hopefully this time around it works. I've literally recorded this clip like 20 times, I swear. It's 20 times. Anyway, we went AFK in a box over at the castle, and we came back, and nothing had spawned in the farm. 0. So as far as videos go, I didn't watch any videos on this. I figured it'd be a pretty easy farm to set up, but nothing spawning in this. My first reaction was to go ahead and remove the trapdoors. We placed in torches, as you can see down right there where my crosshair is. Torches will actually stop piglins from spawning, but it won't stop zombified piglins. I went AFK a little while longer, and that's all I had in this farm was zombified piglins, so obviously the trapdoors weren't the problem. We went back in, we replaced the trapdoors, and I called it a night at that point. I'd been working on this thing all day, and I got up the next day and had one of those epiphany moments, and I'm like, well, maybe it's the glass. Maybe the blocks are too close to the farm or something, I don't know. And as you can see, we removed the glass. The first thing I did was remove the top layer here, went back over here, and actually got a Hoglin to spawn in here. So then I grabbed, I went and removed the rest of the glass, and I grabbed some of these black stone walls, and these are basically just to keep the Hoglins inside the farm going to where I wanted them to. After all that was said and done, this thing was spawning Hoglins as intended, but not very fast.
So we went ahead and, as you guys can see, we went and slabbed up quite a bit of an area. Now, I did want to go with the buttons that we had here, especially the crimson, because you can barely make those out. But the problem is this was a lot of materials, a lot of which I didn't have. And being low on things at the moment, we can't just go and mine a bunch of these trees. So we went with the cobblestone slabs, and it doesn't look too bad. It almost looks like it snowed in the nether. It's kind of what it looks like to me. Um, but I went out. I basically decided that this was going to be the AFK spot directly above the farm, so I could keep a better eye on it. And I went out 3 chunks this direction, 3 chunks in this, so on and so forth. And we slabbed up the area. We did miss a little area up there. You can see one little hoglin looking at us, and this area right over here might be inside that chunk as well. But this is working great. This farm is spawning in. We're getting drops and things. Now, originally I set up my AFK platform right here. This was 24 blocks above this farm. And when we were up here, I was hanging out at the level that the chest is at, and I was looking down at the farm. I saw the hoglins spawn in. I'm like, sweet, this is working, and we're going to go AFK, and I went AFK. I came back and there was still nothing in my chest, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I tested this in creative. I know that this works, but you guys can see it hopefully here in just a second of what actually happens. I'm a little higher than I was, but it's the same principle. The hoglins despawn, as you saw there. So I was just a little too high up here. I dropped the AFK platform down a couple of blocks. It worked perfectly, and because of all the issues recording and things like that, I think we've been AFK a total of something like 4 hours. I've jumped in and out of this server so many times, but we have over a shulker box worth of stuff. We're collecting a little bit of leather. I think that this is burning up in the fire, but I'm not too worried about it. So all in all, the things we learned about this farm is, obviously, if you want to build one of these over a big lava lake would be better, so you don't have to deal with the spawning issues that I had. The walls around the farm are ideal. These platforms that are 15 blocks in this direction, there are 6 blocks in this direction, with the 6th block being the warp fungus. It works great, as you can see here. This is with people on and everything, so right now I think we got Prowl and Killa. Yep. So one of a few things that we have been or have had issues with being food is taken care of. We still have other issues and things that we need to take care of, like the fact that I'm wearing basically no armor, and I think my pants are just about to break. But we'll remedy that situation on a later episode, because that's going to do it for me today on Truly Bedrock. So as always, guys, leave a like, leave a comment, check the description down below for all of the different ways to follow me, join the Truly Bedrock Discord, join my Discord, and there's also a link to every other Truly Bedrock member's YouTube channel in the description below. Go check them out. There is great content over there from everybody. And I will see you on the next one.